Hey, what's up guys? Well, Fishing Can here. Today's my actually last day here in Phu Quoc, so I decided to go out for fishing. And basically it was actually storming very heavily the night before, so ideally, we couldn't really troll for fish or like deep ocean fishing at the moment. But I actually contacted one of the local guides that actually work for a fishing tour here in Fukuoka, and we actually got a boat for a fairly cheap price. It's roughly about like $220 for like 6 to 8 hours, which is like more than enough. So yeah, I mean, it's just me and this dude out here fishing, and man, it's so amazing just to be on the water. The fishing doesn't really start until like 6 minutes into this video, so if you guys really don't want to hear any of this because it's boring, feel free to skip. But I'm just going to do a little bit of intro, and I actually wanted to show you guys like what's around here. So we did like an hour of like touring around this island, like all these islands in Phu Quoc, just to see like what's going on around here. There's a lot of like activities going on. Like people are actually starting to visit Phu Quoc, like, I mean, the whole pandemic is already dying down here in Vietnam, which is like a really good thing, and the country is doing really well. So yeah, I mean, I talked to the guy, always make sure that he's doing okay and everything. And after that, after 1 hour, we just get a little bit of like sightseeing, just a lot of like, shooting the shits and all that crap. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So here we are. We got to one of the most like populated islands of Phu Quoc, and yeah, there's a lot of boats around here. I think people are just having a good time. If you look at the water, man, it is so clear. The water is actually crystal clear, and it's just so green, man. Like it's just really hard for me. I'm actually speechless just looking at this like beautiful like scenic view. And I really hope that someone out there can also like enjoy this. And if you ever go to Phu Quoc and want to let me know, I'll give you this guy's contact where you can actually call him up for fishing. Well, right now it's pretty much just preparation before the fishing starts. And basically, we stopped by one of these islands just to get a little bit of like fresh bait. We could not get any live squid, so the plan for bigger fish, deeper fish fishing, kind of like a fail. But we got a bunch of cut bait and usually just squid or calamari, and shrimp, and that's already enough for you to like fish for a bunch of like panfish. I don't know if you can really call these like panfish, but basically most of the fish are coral fish. They live by the corals, um, and so we're targeting a lot of like different like coral reefs underneath the water. And I mean, if you don't really know a local guide, then it's just really hard for you to be finding these locations. But this guy's apparently, he has experience of like looking for fish we did not have a fish finder, so it's just a little hard for him to find these underwater currents where the fish might be coming in and out. But yeah, actually we got here, and the first thing we do is just to make sure we set everything up, and let the journey begin.
Dính rồi ạ. Nhưng mà cá nhỏ thôi. There you go. Cá này anh lấy giữ lại hả? Giữ luôn hả?
Dạ. Cá này nếu mà nói đúng theo bên Mỹ là cá này đúng sai rồi. Cái loại đó là đúng sai rồi.
Ôi chết rồi, nó nuốt rồi. Nó cũng con này.
Chắc đi câu khác ra. Câu cá to hơn tí. Cá này nó có bé.
We're roughly an hour into fishing, and we've caught maybe like 10 fish so far. Obviously, regulation wasn't really a big thing over here, but we try not to keep any undersized fish. So all the fish that you see is actually fits the limitations of size and regulation. We did not keep anything undersized. This video is also going to be in like English and Vietnamese, and that's just because he does not speak English, and it's just more comfortable for me and him to communicate in Vietnamese. So yeah, it's going to be dual language. But yeah, I mean, it's so I'm trying my best to explain to you guys what type of fish it is, but honestly, I don't know any of these fish. And by the way, a lot of these fish actually missed the bucket. As you can see, I'm about to toss it, and it's actually a miss. And yeah, I've did that a few times, so don't feel bad for the fish, guys. Honestly, it's all gonna be going into your stomach, at the end of the day. So that's just what it is.
Kệ đi em lấy
rồi không lấy thêm tí nước nữa mà.
Yeah, we're out here fishing. 2 hours into this fishing trip. It is roughly around like 1 p.m. right now. The sun is blazing, and so the bite has slowed down a little bit, but yeah, we're still catching with fresh bait. I mean, calamari, well, squid is definitely a go-to type of bait here in Phu Quoc Island. We're catching a lot of like coral fish. I think roughly at this point we have about like 4 pounds of fish, just chilling in the bucket over there. And yeah, but I mean it's so free, like this is just what nature gives us. So we're trying to keep as many as possible because like we can always like feed these guys.
Không biết có dính chưa nè, nhưng mà thấy nó nhá mấy cái nên dịch luôn cho lẹ. Cái múa không phải
Cái mú đó.
Đây đúng không?
Cái mú đó, cái loại cái mú đó là nó không có lớn được.
Rồi vậy thì cái con này hôm bữa ở Phú Quốc thấy có vẻ nặng hơn một chút nhưng mà chưa chắc. Đúng rồi.
anh biết lý do tại sao mà kéo lên nó nặng không? Do anh kéo lên nó hạ cái mồm á, nó cạn nước.
Đúng.
Nhiều khi anh dính một lần 2 con nó bắt đầu cái lôi lên nó nặng.
Come on. Come on. Rồi hình như là nó có cái đá hay cái gì đó đúng không anh? Ui cá mú hả? Ây da. Không phải, cá gì đây anh?
Cá mang ếch, cá này ăn ngon lắm ạ. Anh quay hả?
Được rồi, có rồi. Ây da. Đúng là nó to hơn, tại vì mình cảm giác nó nặng hơn nhiều, tưởng nó dính cục đá. Xong rồi giật một, xong rồi kéo hết cỡ cái nó lên luôn.
Con này thường thì nó ăn xong nó sẽ chui vào hang.
Nên anh nghĩ là hồi nãy là nó cắn một cái xong nó kéo vào đá, tại nãy dính rất là nặng. Xong mình giật hết cỡ cái này được.
Well, basically what just happened was I'm pretty sure I hooked onto a cobia or one of those bigger grouper, the one that, you know, grow up to like 20, 30 pounds here in Phu Quoc. And it actually broke me off. And as I was trying to retrieve my bait, a toadfish just came out and took it. And you know what? Toadfish is actually very good eating. Based on what I heard, you know, Korean people love grilling them. And it's actually a delicacy here in Vietnam, so that was quite a treat. And this also marks the end of our trip. So thank you guys, and you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned. Hopefully I'll see you again next time.